So we just have two seniors who are going to make some comments. I'm going to start with John Raulston because I just kind of making conversation with him. I asked him how his break was, and he said, well, it was great because I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to travel. And I said, well, how much do you travel? And he said, well, frequently 3 hours a day in his car to get here and to go home. So that ought to put some things in perspective for somebody like me whose commute is not quite that each day. So let me turn it over to John Raulston Gray.
I would just want to thank Mr. Joya for the opportunity to speak here today. I've been so blessed in my time at MBA to have a lot of great teachers, and it really makes driving the 3 hours really easy. All my teachers at MBA have conveyed to me knowledge that I know that I wouldn't have been able to really gain myself without their help. And one of the greatest examples of this for me is definitely Coach Barclay, who patiently explained almost every problem from the first semester of physics last year. And as I came to school pretty much every day with a blank sheet of paper for my homework, and he helped me through almost every single issue. And he seemed to never tire when almost the whole class would come in just with absolutely no idea of what to do, and he thrived on that. And those moments to me of just helping me academically really show that I don't think that I would be able to get a lot of what I understand or what I'm going to take from MBA academically without the help of my teachers. And I think that a lot of teachers, even when the students aren't particularly interested, have such a drive to help us and to try to convey what they know. And one of the stories that I think best encapsulates this is how last year during a lecture about a Gothic cathedral, Mr. Womack looked up and saw that so many of the people in the class were dozing off in the dark classroom, and he took his remote and he tossed it on the desk and dismissed the class. And afterward I came to lunch thinking how ashamed I was that I'd even been in that class and that I had witnessed that we're so lucky to be able to see the teachers every day that care so much about what they do. And it takes a moment like that where some people are so disinterested for us to realize how much we should care about what y'all are doing and how much y'all give to our education that we don't even realize. A lot, even outside of the classroom, so many of the faculty members have given me so much of their attention and have cared about me so much and taught me things about myself. I know that when I came in 7th grade, I thought that I would never be a good humanities student and that I would be a STEM student. But I was worried about the arbitrarity of grammar and how I never thought that it was, the lack of clarity worried me so. But Miss O'Connell, with her unique teaching style and mixing in stories of MBA from when dinosaurs roamed the earth, allowed me to have, it calmed me down and allowed me to have the clarity to move forward with grammar and even more confidence in the humanities writ large. And now I don't even know how to approach most math problems, but feel much more confident in those subjects. And even outside of the classroom entirely, I'm thankful for just like the day-to-day interactions that I have with so many of you that make life so much more bearable at MBA. I know that morning conversations with my advisors in the library, Mr. Quinn, Ms. Klausner, and now Ms. McMahon, really get me ready every day. And I know that all of you are advisors to so many people and help them through, just get ready for every day, every morning. And I'm also very thankful for just like little outreaches that people have given me and privileges that people have given me, like Mr. Quinn allowing me to use the faculty coffee maker in the library for free. That's gotten me through a lot of days that started early because of that long drive. But seriously, looking back at MBA, I think that the greatest thing that MBA affords over all of the opportunities that we're given and all of the resources and all the facilities is the faculty that has enabled us to learned so much, not only about all the different subjects that you all teach, but also about ourselves. And I know that I've developed so much because of your instruction here at MBA.
Thank you, John Raulston. One of the reasons he lives at a distance and travels is they live on a farm that his grandfather lived on. So it's been the family, it was about 150 acres, you said. And so it's been, I think, a great way to see two worlds, but also you've done a lot in both those worlds, and particularly here. He'll be attending Princeton, as some of you saw from that slide earlier this morning. And Benjamin Sensing was telling me that he's been to 10 Titans games already this year. He's hoping they're going to win this weekend when he was talking to me about that. And he's also had some nice news about college. He's been accepted at Vanderbilt in Texas, and he's going to attend Vanderbilt next year. So we're proud to have both of you here this morning, and I'll turn it over to Benjamin now.
Hey, to those of you who don't know me, my name is Benjamin Sensing. As my time in MBA comes to a close, I've started to think about reasons for why I'd return to MBA after I graduate. While I haven't had the privilege to meet all of you, I've learned what really sets this school apart isn't its buildings, but its faculty. Besides using the new Wellness Center, I plan on coming back on campus, not to catch up with younger students, but to see my old teachers. Because y'all have had such an impact on my life over the past 6 years. I'd like to highlight a few of the many impacts a teacher can have on the life of their students. A great teacher can cause their students to branch out and explore something new. For instance, I never would have taken computer science if I hadn't enjoyed my year in geometry so much with Coach Deutsch. Also, Mr. Womack, I saw you here. I've lately kind of run out of music to listen to, and yesterday in the car, I put in the White Album by the Beatles. Thank you. Teachers have the ability to cause students to engage with material when students would otherwise not. For instance, in Mr. Bernard Tavitz's class, his tally system works to this effect by awarding students with class participation points for answering questions correctly. Often the whole class would compete for each tally, especially my class, creating a friendly competition that kept every student involved. Teachers who are approachable and willing to help can really make a difference to a student. I frequented Dr. Carl's help session, maybe too much, but even on days when I could tell he wasn't in the best of moods, he was never too busy to answer my questions. Likewise, during my college search, Ms. Maddox was always willing to meet with me to discuss even the most minute details of an application, despite her having to write numerous letters of recommendation during this fall, which is the College Counseling Office's busiest season. Teachers and faculty have the opportunity to be mentors to their students. I noticed this firsthand during my first 3 years of high school and my advisor, Mr. Norton. He met with each one of his advisees once a semester just to check in with us and see how we were doing. He also pushed me outside of my comfort zone at times, which as a freshman, I didn't really like. But during my sophomore and junior years, I came to appreciate that. Finally, a great teacher can create memories that last a lifetime. Two of my favorites are when Coach Wims breakdanced to Turn Down for What in 7th grade, which was really educational, or when Coach Lanier ran out of board space but continued his train of thought on the wall next to the board. It came off mostly. Other faculty members also play a large role in our daily lives. To the dining staff, for the past 6 years, lunch has been my favorite period of the day. As I wrote in my college essay, Ms. Maddox's idea, good food leads to good conversation, and I've had plenty of both. To Coach V and Coach Cheevers, you never fail to greet me when I walk into the weight room, and that simple gesture helps to brighten my day. The list goes on, but I'll stop there so I don't take any more of your time. Thank you for all you do each and every day. I look forward to a great last semester. Thanks.